Imagine a world connected by trade routes and ideas. A world where cultures blended across vast distances. This world existed, and it thrived along the Silk Road. The Silk Road was a network of trade routes. It connected East Asia to the Mediterranean. These routes flourished from the 2nd century BCE to the late 14th century. They facilitated the exchange of goods, culture, and knowledge. But how did it all begin? The Silk Road took shape during the Han Dynasty. It was established to trade silk, a prized fabric known for its luxury. This desire for silk sparked a vibrant trading network. As time passed, more goods traveled these routes. Spices, precious metals, and even paintings were exchanged. The routes also allowed for the trade of ideas. Innovations, religions, and philosophies crossed borders. Let's explore the different sections of the Silk Road. The eastern route connected China with Central Asia. It was bustling with merchants. The western route linked the Middle East to Europe. It provided essential products for European markets. Traveling along the Silk Road was not easy. Merchants faced treacherous terrains. They crossed deserts and climbed mountains. However, the rewards were plentiful. They brought back stories and knowledge from far-off lands. One notable aspect was the spread of religions. Buddhism traveled from India to China via the Silk Road. Islam reached new areas too. These exchanges enriched cultures across continents. Picture vibrant marketplaces filled with exotic goods. Imagine traders calling out, bartering, and sharing tales. This environment fostered creativity and innovation. Over the centuries, the Silk Road faced challenges. The rise of maritime trade routes shifted focus from land-based exchanges. The Mongol Empire helped revive trade briefly, but could not stop decline. Today, the Silk Road stands as a symbol of connection. It showcases the importance of trade in shaping civilizations. This ancient network laid the groundwork for global interactions we see today. In summary, the Silk Road was more than a trade route. It was a conduit for culture, innovation, and ideas. Its legacy lives on and still inspires global connections. Are you intrigued by the Silk Road? Share your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if you learned something new. And don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating history. In bustling markets, sounds of laughter and chatter blended with the clinking of coins, creating a symphony of commerce and camaraderie. Merchants, carefully guarding their secrets, would weave tales of distant lands, igniting the imaginations of those who listened. Silk was not merely a fabric, it was a bridge that connected hearts and minds across vast distances. The allure of the road stretched beyond goods. It was the whispers of philosophies that sparked dialogues, transcending language barriers. As traders exchanged rare spices, precious stones, and vibrant dyes, they forged relationships that would serve as the foundation for future collaborations, blending cultures in a harmonious dance. As merchants navigated through the winding trails of the Silk Road, each mile brought new encounters and tales waiting to be shared. The air buzzed with the scent of exotic spices, while vibrant textiles swayed like waves in a sea of colors. Traders formed alliances, often offering hospitality to one another, a practice that fostered trust and camaraderie in the face of uncertainty. This shared experience deepened connections, making the Silk Road not just a pathway for trade, but a vibrant tapestry of human experience stitched together by the dreams and ambitions of countless individuals. In the heart of these bustling markets, traders shared not only goods, but also their dreams. Each exchange, whether of silk or spices, held stories of hope, adventure, and the quest for prosperity. The Silk Road was a canvas where fears and aspirations painted a rich mural of humanity. Through these interactions, knowledge flowed freely, shaping societies as ideas traveled faster than gold. In this lively setting, young apprentices learned from seasoned merchants, absorbing wisdom from ages past. From scientific discoveries to artistic masterpieces, the seeds of innovation were sown along these routes. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the sprawling marketplace, stories continued to weave through the air like threads of silk. Traders gathered around, swapping tales of their journeys, recounting the vast mountains they had traversed and the deserts that whispered secrets of ancient civilizations. Each story was a treasure of its own, illuminating the struggles and triumphs faced along this legendary path. With each passing day, the spirit of the Silk Road thrived, nurturing a vibrant exchange that extended far beyond mere commerce, nurturing a deep and lasting legacy anchored in shared humanity. The travelers also encountered diverse cultures, each leaving their unique imprint along the route. The artisans crafted remarkable goods infused with local traditions, while scholars shared insights about science, philosophy, and art. In every town, you could find storytellers captivating audiences as the rich tapestry of human experience grew ever more intricate. As dusk fell, lanterns illuminated the pathways, inviting weary merchants to share their journeys and dreams over steaming cups of tea. Connections forged in those moments became the heart of the Silk Road's enduring legacy, reminding everyone of the power found in unity amidst diversity. The legacy of the Silk Road serves as a reminder of our shared history, where trade and culture intertwine to foster understanding and connectivity. As we reflect on this ancient route, may we embrace the spirit of collaboration and learning that continues to inspire our global community today. In this vibrant tapestry, the rich aromas of spices mingled with the laughter of traders, each vendor displaying their unique wares. A seasoned merchant, dressed in colorful fabrics, recounted tales of his travels to eager listeners huddled around a fire. I once journeyed through the treacherous Taklamakan Desert, where the sands swallow the unwary, he began, his eyes sparkling with excitement. The young apprentices leaned in closer, absorbing every word, eager to learn the ways of the road. The flickering flames danced in rhythm with their imaginations, igniting dreams of adventures yet to unfold. As the storyteller's voice rose and fell like the distant mountains, he wove in the challenges faced by those who dared to traverse these vast landscapes. One time, I encountered a storm so fierce that it blurred the horizon, forcing me to shelter in a cave for days, with only the echoes of my thoughts to keep me company. The apprentices gasped, their eyes wide, transported to that moment, feeling the weight of the merchant's solitude and the thrill of survival. This is how bonds were formed, through shared tales of courage and hardship, opening the door to a vast world beyond their own. As the storytelling continued, a wise old woman, known for her intricate weaving skills, joined the circle. She brought with her vibrant textiles adorned with patterns and colors reflecting the diverse cultures encountered along the Silk Road. Each thread tells a story, she explained, her fingers delicately tracing over the fabric. These patterns are inspired by the lands I've visited, where artisans pour their hearts into their creations. The apprentices leaned closer, mesmerized by the colors and tales entwined in her artistry. To understand these textiles, she said softly, is to understand the journeys behind them, the laughter shared, and the struggles overcome. The air shimmered with anticipation as they absorbed her wisdom, eager to carry on these traditions. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the marketplace, the merchant continued, invoking a sense of adventure in every listener. And at each stop along the road, I encountered people who welcomed me with open arms, offering food and stories that shaped my understanding of this vast world. His voice embodied the spirit of hospitality, the lifeblood of the Silk Road, reminding everyone that human connection flourished amidst trade. Their lives intertwined with my own, each exchange a mark on my heart, he said, gesturing to emphasize the bond created across cultures. The apprentices sat enraptured, envisioning the myriad faces of those who contributed to the legacy of their beloved trade routes. As they listened, their minds wandered beyond borders, dreaming of their own future adventures, eager to contribute to this ever-expanding narrative of unity and discovery. As the night enveloped the market, the flickering lanterns casting shadows around them, the seasoned merchant shifted his storytelling to the food shared by traders. In every village along the road, I tasted dishes that were as varied as the landscapes, he said, his mouth watering at the memory. From fragrant rice pilafs in Persia to sweet dumplings in the heart of China, the flavors spoke of the land and its people. The apprentices' stomachs rumbled softly, and their imaginations painted pictures of feasts that crossed continents. Each bite indicated a deeper understanding of the culinary traditions, a connection that endured despite the long miles between places. The old woman nodded in agreement, smiling as she recounted, "And it is through these meals, my dear children, that we felt the warmth of friendship blossom, a shared experience that transcended our differences." The warmth of camaraderie filled the air, capturing the essence of the Silk Road as a bridge not only of trade, but also of the soul. As the discussion deepened, a cheerful vendor pushed his cart filled with colorful fruits and fragrant spices, calling out to attract curious customers. "Try these delightful figs," he exclaimed, offering samples to passers-by. Sweetened by the sun and brought straight from the orchards of Samarkand. The laughter grew as children eagerly gathered around, their faces bright with anticipation. With every taste, they experienced a connection not only to the land, but to the stories woven through each fruit, representing the myriad journeys undertaken by traders to bring these treasures to their fingertips. In the dimly lit corners of the marketplace, a group of artisans gathered, their hands skillfully creating intricate pottery and delicate jewelry. One artisan, a potter with hands coated in clay, shared his trade secrets, speaking passionately about the techniques passed down through generations. "Every pot is imbued with the spirit of our ancestors," he explained, shaping a lump of clay into a beautiful bowl. "These creations are not just objects. They carry the stories and traditions of our people." The apprentices watched in awe, their minds racing with ideas about how they, too, might contribute to this legacy. With each story told and crafted piece formed, the spirit of the Silk Road grew ever stronger, embodying the close-knit community built on creativity and shared ambitions. As the vibrant market pulsed with energy, the seasoned merchant leaned in conspiratorially, his voice dropping to a whisper. "You know, my young friends, every great journey shares a secret." The apprentices, eyes wide, leaned in even closer, eager to absorb his words. The true treasure of the Silk Road lies not in the gold or silk, but in the connections we forge. A moment of silence lingered as they pondered this profound truth, their imaginations soaring with visions of friendships blossoming across borders. Like this fabric, he gestured to the colorful textiles around them, woven not just with threads, but with stories of compassion and support. As the conversation flowed, an energetic merchant stood, vibrant silks cascading from his arms. "But let us not forget the art of bartering, my friends," he exclaimed, drawing the attention of the crowd. "It is here that the heart of trade truly beats. Every negotiation is a dance, a delicate balance between desires and needs." The apprentices nodded in agreement, excitement bubbling within them, as they envisioned themselves mastering the ancient art of bargaining. With a flourish, he began demonstrating, weaving tales of past exchanges that had left both buyer and seller grinning from ear to ear. A clever merchant knows the value of goods not just in coin, but in the stories they carry, he shared, his eyes twinkling. "Know your worth and always listen, for each encounter offers a lesson waiting to be learned." The vibrant colors around them seemed to pulse in sync with his words, enveloping the onlookers in a sense of unity and purpose, ready to embrace the limitless possibilities ahead. The evening dwindled into a comfortable twilight as laughter echoed through the marketplace. Vendors exchanged pleasantries over steaming cups of tea, their camaraderie a testament to the bonds formed on shared journeys. "Each merchant carries not just goods, but a piece of their homeland," the old woman remarked, her kind eyes reflecting the lantern's glow. "In every trade, we bind ourselves to one another, a family stitched by fate and culture." There was a sense of awe among the apprentices, each absorbing the depth of connection woven through every transaction. As twilight deepened, the atmosphere resonated with a sense of shared destiny, reflecting the essence of the Silk Road. This ancient pathway, rich with culture and connection, still inspires collaboration and understanding among diverse peoples today. Let the legacy of the Silk Road challenge us to embrace unity and learn from our shared past.